Every month you get paid, and before you know it, your money is all gone. You pay your rent, you pay for bills, you pay for food, and at the end of the day, it feels like there's nothing left to save. What if I tell you there are very simple ways that you can save money fast? It doesn't matter how much you earn, even if you're on minimum wage. In this video, I will tell you why saving is not impossible, and I'll tell you exactly how to start saving money now, no matter how tight your budget is. And finally, at the end, there will be a tip, a shortcut for those who absolutely cannot afford to save from their regular income. The first trick is what I call the make it a bill trick. So for this one, you will treat your savings like part of your monthly bills. So you're not going to have rent, electricity, internet, council tax, and all of the things. No, you're going to have rent, savings, council tax, and all of those things. So savings is going to be an essential, non-negotiable. Set automatic transfers immediately your salary comes in. The same way you set direct debits for your rent, for your electricity, for your council tax, because you know if you don't pay those, someone's going to come kick you out, right? So treat your savings like you're going to kick yourself in the, if you don't save. You're not going to feel it as much, because immediately your pay comes in, whether it's weekly or monthly, whichever way you get paid, immediately it comes in. The first thing that goes out is your savings, and it goes into a completely separate account. So you don't even see that as part of your earnings. It would sound like you cannot survive without that tiny amount, but you will survive. It's not going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things. Don't go saying you don't earn enough to save. Wait, be patient, listen to me. Let's use this life example. Say you save £10 per week if you get paid weekly, and you do that for 1 month. That will be £40. So it means that if you get paid monthly, you save £40 per month. In 3 months, you already have £120, and in 6 months you already have £240, money that you're not pressed to use. For someone who has no savings, no discipline in savings, this is a leap. And I realize that it might sound small, but nothing is small when you're trying to practice discipline. It's the consistency with these kind of tiny habits that make the difference. There are banking apps that you can use to make this super easy for you. One of them, which is my favorite because I've stuck with it, is Monzo. Monzo has different pots that you can use to set automatic direct debits. So when you get paid, the money just leaves your account and you don't even notice. It's just like you treat it like maybe you had a reduction in salary of like £40. So if you used to earn £1,000 a month, I'm just going with the smallest figures so people who don't earn that much are able to relate, right? So let's say you earn £1,000 per month. Just put in your head that now that you want to start saving, you're earning £40 less monthly, and then plan your life around that. Another good example of a savings app you can use is Plum. There's Revolut, and there's also Moneybox. Moneybox has a savings site to it. I would add some links below and you can check them out to see how they work. And if you have any questions, you can ask me about it. I've tried a couple of them before, but I stuck with Monzo. Now, let's move on to the next trick. So we have created a savings account. We now have an amount we want to save consistently. Another trick that you can then start to use is the 24-hour spend trick. This is for people who are impulsive buyers. It's pretty good for you. When you see something you want to buy, add it to your cart. If there's a cart, add it to cart. If there's no cart, just leave it in the shop, leave it wherever you saw it, and give it 24 hours. After 24 hours, if it still feels like a need, if it still feels like it's important, it's a necessity, then buy it. If not, leave it alone. And that money you were going to spend to buy that thing, instantly transfer it to that savings account we just opened. Does that make sense? So half the time when you come back after 24 hours, either the things you put in the cart will reduce, or the thing that you see there you wanted to buy before, it doesn't seem so important anymore, and that money would be saved. It sounds like something little, but at the end of the day, if you continue to do this, you will see how much of a difference it makes to your savings account. All of those unnecessary things that you used to buy that you thought were so important, you see how unimportant they are. Now let's talk about my favorite one, the no spend challenge. So here's how this trick works. You have your plan, you have your budget and everything for the month, right? The first week of that month is when you buy everything that you need. I said need, not wants. At some point, you need to figure out what the difference is between the things that you need and the things that you want. So during that no spend period, first week you buy everything that you need, stock your house with food, pay for your transportation or put it in another account, separate everything, and then for the rest of the month, week 2, week 3, week 4, you do not do any shopping. The only thing you will buy, necessities. If maybe you run out of food or there's a health issue or something, fine. But if it's not an absolute necessity, for the rest of the 3 weeks, you do not spend any money. And then before your next payday, let's say you're getting paid on the 30th, on the 29th, whatever money that is left in your account, you transfer it straight into that savings account that you opened. So the no spend challenge is not for you to keep the money and then spend it later. It's for you to send that money back to that savings account, and then when your new paycheck comes in, you start fresh again if you still want to continue the no spend challenge. For those who their income, their regular income, can absolutely not give any room to save, start to plan towards building your savings account by taking extra shifts, doing some side gigs, selling items that you don't use. You splurged in the past, you don't use them anymore, you can sell them, you get some of the money back and put that into your savings account. There's so many places, so many platforms where you can use your existing skills to earn more money to save. Some of the platforms that I can recommend for you to get online gigs for that extra income: there's Freelancer, there's Fiverr, there's Guru.com, there's People Per Hour, there's TaskRabbit. Is actually, you can use your hands, learn stuff, to do stuff for people. Even if it's 50 or 100 pounds a month, it's not the amount of money, like I said. But what you need to do is, if you get extra shifts just to save, or you do a side gig just to save, know that when that income comes into your account, it's not to splurge, it's not to buy extra stuff. Immediately it hits your account, you send it straight to that savings account that you opened. So you make it a bill. But that extra income or extra shift or extra side hustle is just strictly to go into your savings account. Go online, find courses. There are free courses everywhere. Even on YouTube, you can learn anything on YouTube. Find something that you can learn to make that £50 or £100 extra. First thing is, best if you have a savings account that you cannot see, you cannot access. So you put the money in there, you don't go check what's there, and you don't go take money out. The way I started to discipline myself was by using a journal. It's just a regular journal, but I created room there to be able to write my savings. So if I get paid this week, I write the amount I get paid, the amount I saved. Week 2, I write the amount I saved. Week 3, I write. So for over a year, I did it when I was trying to save for something big. Over a year, I didn't go check the account to see what's there. I just kept sending money there. But through that, my planner, I could see exactly what was in that account, what the balance was. So there was no temptation to go open it and check what's there and end up withdrawing something. There's something it does mentally for you when you don't have to keep going there to look or to check anything. I'm a Christian, so I believe that he who is faithful in little is faithful in much. If you say that you cannot save little with the money that you earn now, even when you start to earn so much more, what you feel is enough, you will still not save, because it's about the discipline. It's about a habit that you've refused to form, right? Because let's be honest, the more you earn, the more you want. As your income starts to increase, your taste will start to increase. From living in a 1K house, you might decide now I afford a 2K house. From driving a smaller car, you can now decide I can drive a luxury car now. At the end of the day, you're just increasing your expense without actually saving enough, putting something away that you can invest into developing or growing your investments or your future. Do you understand? So just try to start where you are. That's what's important here. So which strategy are you going to start with first? If you can do all of them at the same time, perfect. If you can just pick one and do that one, perfect. Whichever way, make a decision to start to save. Start where you are. If this video was valuable to you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tips. I will see you in the next video. Bye.